Hey guys, Colin here. Welcome back to part 2 of using CSS Hero to modify your forms. The first lesson I looked at changing the fields and the styles in Contact Form 7. This lesson we're going to look at doing it with Gravity Forms. So I've actually got a Gravity form set up here. I'm just going to click on it. And you know what, we'll maximize this window here. And what we're going to do is start up CSS Hero. Once again, CSS Hero already has the gravity form style elements mapped, so we don't have to worry about trying to map these. They're already there. As you can see, if I hover over them, you'll see that it indicates them. So first of all, we're going to select this first one. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to change the background of this one a little bit. We're going to make this one a completely different look from the last time, and we're going to make it red. Okay, this looks horrible right now, I know, but bear in mind there's some madness to my wisdom to my madness, should I say. Okay, so it looks horrible. I'm going to go and do my borders because I don't like those chiseled out borders. So I'm going to select this down to, I'm going to go down to 0. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a border, and I'm going to put it as a darker red down here, like that. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the border style as 1. Okay, and I'm going to bring that up as, you know what, we're going to go with 3 pixels. There we go. Okay, so that is our border style all done in one go. If we want to change our border style to a different border, we can have, you know, dots around like that if we want to do that, or smaller ones around like that. So it's up to you. And actually, you know what? We're going to leave it at that one. I know this is going to look funny, but anyway, that's our colors done. I'm going to change the size. If you noticed in the last video, I said that size really kind of helps. If you make them bigger, people will be more inclined to actually enter their data into them. It's a psychological thing. Anyway, we've made them bigger there, 45 pixels. I can also adjust the width of these if I don't want them to be, you know, I can make them go all the way across here if I want to. But what I'll do is I'll just bring that down to about 500. Once again, it's more of a psychological thing if the forms are a little bit smaller. And I'm going to go down and do the same thing with the message thing down here. So so the message box. And I'm going to select my background. And the beautiful thing about CSS Hero is I've got my background color already there. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my border color. I'm going to choose this dotted one here. I'm going to make it 2 pixels, or 3 pixels should I say, because I used 3 pixels on the other one. Okay, I'm going to choose the border color, and once again, that color's there. I don't have to select it. Beautiful. That was easy, wasn't it? Okay, so let's go and now select the labels. And we're going to first of all change the size of that. Okay, so we're going to go to font size here. Sorry, I'm just distracted by my phone there. And we're also going to change the color of the text. So we're going to make it more of that red color there. That looks better. Okay, so we've got these little asterisks here that we can also change, which is really nice. I'm just going to make those a lighter color. So it's a text function, and I'm going to make those this color here. Just make them stand out a little bit better. Perfect. Okay. So that's the field set. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the. I'm trying to grab hold of the form background here. There we go. I've got it. And we're going to go and make this a different color. So right now it's white, and what we're going to do is make it a kind of a gray color. All right, there we go. Just a little bit darker like that. And this message box is actually distracting me. So I'm just going to go back down here and settle that one again. I'm going to go and reduce the size of that so it matches the other boxes. So I'm going to reduce that down to, whoops, I don't want to do the height. We want to bring this down to, I think it was somewhere around about 500 or 450 or somewhere around there. Maybe 460. So we'll go with 460. I think that's right. No, maybe it was 470. I can't remember what it was, but I'm looking at that. It's about 10 pixels, maybe 480. We'll go 480, a little bit long, so maybe 475. Nearly there. Yeah, that's pretty close, but not quite there. I think it's a couple more pixels, so we're going to go with 474. That's better. Okay, so those are in line. That was just distracting me. And then we've got this submit button here. We're going to go back to the background in a second, but I'm just trying to get a few things here sorted out. So the submit button, first of all, I don't like the size of it being that small. Really kind of makes it a little bit boring. So I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. I'm going to make it about 150 pixels wide. You would have to change the text, that the actual submit part on the actual form. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to go back to the background of that. So we go to the background. We're going to make that a contrasting color. I'm going to make this one blue. There we go. And if we go to text, I've got to do one thing at a time here. We're going to make that white, so it stands out against that blue. Perfect. I'm going to increase the font size a little bit because I think it's a little bit small. So we go with 20 pixels. Okay, that's not working. So I wonder if this will allow me to do that. Yes, there we go. See, that's the new feature in 1.2 is the important override. Now there's something in the style sheet of either Gravity Forms or the theme that's preventing me from overriding that. Now I've just added an important statement. You don't want to do it too often, but in this case it's worked and let me override that. Okay, so I'm going to go back and choose the border on this one. I'm going to get rid of that chiseled out border that I don't like. I'm going to go with one solid like that, and we will put actually a little box around like that. There we go. That's better. And last but not least, we're going to go back to our form background. Just oops, grab it there. It's going to be, actually we go there, the wrap. Okay. Nope, not got it yet. It's just a matter of just putting your cursor over and getting it. There we go, got it. So this is the form. I've got the background. I'm just going to put a little border around it, and we'll make that border red, dark red. There. Okay, we haven't got a border style assigned yet. There we go. Now, what that's done is it's thrown out. Obviously, I'll put my forms over here, or my form fields a little bit close to that edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and put a little bit of padding on this particular form. So if we go down to padding down here, if we increase the left padding, it's going to throw things over a little bit. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to 20 on that side. And the bottom padding, you can see the submit button's a little bit crushed in at the bottom there. So if we bring that down, well, probably 20 pixels as well. And you know what, that button is a little bit too close to this, so I'm going to just push that down a little bit. Same thing, I'm going to use a little bit of padding to push that down from the other box there. Actually, padding is not going to do it. I might have to go to margin, and we're just going to put a little bit of margin in the top there and push it down. There we go, perfect. Sometimes padding doesn't work and you've got to go to margin. Ugly looking form, but it just shows you what you can do with CSS Hero and creating a total custom look form. It is so worth the money just for this purpose, I tell you. To be able to customize forms, it is well worth well, it's $14 right now. If you head over, they've got a sale, Christmas sale. Go and get it while it's on sale. It's worth $14 even if you just use it to style your forms. Okay, next video will be about how to copy the styles from this and put them into your style sheets. Okay, so that's it for now. That was Gravity Forms. The other one was on Contact Form 7. Hope you've enjoyed these. If you like the video, please click on subscribe. I do these all the time and really appreciate your support. Thanks again. Bye now.